late now. I got a bit distracted. I was very inspired to write shortly after I ended my last live, and then I did actually just fall asleep because my dreams have been very interesting lately. And so anytime I'd wake up, I would just go back in. I love dreaming. Sometimes I do have nightmares, and so it makes me appreciate the dreams more, I think. And I contemplated on skipping streaming for the rest of the night altogether, but I decided I was a little curious to know what cards we would get and to see what I would choose to talk about when actually talking because I didn't feel like it earlier, you know? And then finally rally up the troops, get it going. Um for no reason. No reason. Here we are. Decided earlier that the mystery deck would be too much. I didn't, that's why I fell asleep, is because usually after I do a full night of tarot like I've been doing, I need at least 8 hours of sleep, and I've only been getting about 5. And so I knew that if I was going to do more, I think my body needed to just tap out for a minute. Happy motherfucking Friday. For those of you, it matters too. And for those of you, it's Friday for. Just gonna do a quick shuffle and pull a few cards and then go. This is mostly for me. Like I said, I'm a little curious to know, and I said I was gonna stream tonight. Might be a little later than I intended, but I'm gonna do it. I try to stick to my word the best I can. Wow. Barely shuffled. Got quite a few cards. I think I'm gonna honor it. I'm gonna get it shuffled in. I'm gonna honor that too. Two piles. With 3 cards. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Discs. Top of the deck, Ace of Discs. So, money is afoot. Have you been seeing your aunts this summer? That's how you know money's coming. Okay, so I meant to reveal the second card at the top of the deck, but instead we have 2 knights. I saw a reading like this at some point. So the Knight of Discs and the Knight of Swords. Wanting to focus on your money, but things challenging you and having to be more into some conflict, or maybe even if you call it drama. But then the Ace of Discs, I noticed that this is the Magician because it's discolored. Using your magic, bringing it in purely by will, almost, rather than work. That sounds like horrible whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I'm someone who's always worked very hard, so it's hard for me to even say or believe that. But that is ultimately the goal, right? With manifesting in general. It's kind of like we've got two piles. Maybe this is center. We've got that pile here, pile there, two piles at the end. About the same thickness too. So I'm going to start in the middle. It's going to start with you. No, but we have the Prince of Wands. And the Prince of Wands as my classic fuckboy card. Wands is fire, so it's passions, emotions, yes, but it's also immaturity and ineptitude with those emotions. And this is it's sort of like it's sort of like being on the path to healing, but only to prove that you don't need to heal, right? That kind of energy, almost like if you were to go to rehab and not want to get better, but you go just to prove that you don't get better. It's that's what I'm getting out of this card, being front and center. But right behind it we have the Empress, which to me is very Taurian energy. Um she's got her shit together. She's seated at her throne. She's in charge and in control. So it's a very contrasting energy from the Prince of Wands. And honestly, it's interesting to see them consecutive like that because why? Um those are some really extreme energies. Emotionally, you are very immature, but physically, you're very secure and stable, which gives you an air of maturity. We have Three of Wands, virtue. It's who you are. You know, you're just trying to stay true to yourself. Some people might describe you as like childish or something. Um, but it's who you are, right? Got the Chariot, Cancer energy, so this could be a reading for a Cancer, dealing with a Cancer, or Cancer season. Things kind of not smoothing out or making sense for another like 3 weeks, basically, until it is Cancer season. That would make a lot of sense for most, I think, right now. Especially because, yay, finally Mercury's out of retrograde, but then I think something else went right in, Saturn or something. Which Saturn's tricky. Saturn's all about the life you live, right? Three of Cups, abundance. Going back to that idea that it's not about working harder for it, it's about it just like coming to you. Six of Discs, success. Finally getting that tableside service, trying to finally get in that tray to carry your shit on. I feel like I'm feeling deeply moved by this, and there's so much I want to say, and it's almost like I'm channeling somebody. And initially, I did say that I wanted to use the Halloween Oracle, but it never feels right on this channel. And of course, it's quiet around here, anyways. So I'll think about that because I feel like there's some deep messages for someone who might come across this video, or maybe it's just for me, and I am exposing a very certain part of my soul by having this reading at all, right? The Fool. Journey ahead. Journey lies ahead. You will be successful, in a sense. And this balance is, after all, what makes you you. Okay? Um, Three of Discs works. Queen of Discs. Okay? Prince of Discs. Got the whole damn Discs family. If you've got a little bit of extra money, if you've got some income that you are using for something, if you've got opportunity or something, now's a good time to invest. Now is a very good time to invest. If you have money to put into something, you should put something into it. Again, if you want to embark on a new business idea, you're going to be very fruitful with this. You make it work for you, and you get to work. Definitely make an investment. if you're contemplating that. And where will that investment go? Where will that grow into? Wheel of Fortune, dude. Yeah, if you got some kind of idea, you need to run with it right now. Now's a great time. Try to get it done Gemini season. 3 weeks. If you're like close and I'm saying like, yeah, do it, and you're like, damn, okay, I'm gonna go with this launch day I chose already. Like, yes. If it's something that's like, man, if I don't put a little money into this, it's not gonna keep going, do it. Okay. That Wheel of Fortune. Eight of Swords, interference. There might be something that will help you. It will help you. I really love, 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 love the message that's coming through. It didn't seem like it was going to be a good reading at first with the childish energy and the Prince of Wands, but there's something about sticking to your guns, and just like and being who you are for whatever reason it is. Like, you're supposed to do it. Like, you're supposed to be that person. So, um, very interesting. On the other hand, we have two discs change. So, say you don't get so stuck on it, you avoid the investment, you don't go there. We have Princess of Swords, so just sabotage in general. Prince of Wands energy, but coming in so hot and swinging for no reason, like having no anything. Five of Cups, disappointment. So, not doing the thing, it just means you're going to do it. If you don't create the thing here that needs to be invested in and needs to come around and needs to grow, then you are only going to destroy in its place. If you are unwilling to create this idea, this business, this project, whatever it is that you want to do, uh, doing it, highly successful, great move. Not doing it, saboteur energy, and overall disappointment. So, again, if you've got it, flaunt it. Put the money down. Put the investment in. Good to go, have no email. Um, what comes from disappointment? Futility. It's pointless. You just try again. You literally are just going to try to do it later, and people are going to judge you even more for it if you don't just act now, invest now, launch now. Um, Look, fake magic, even if you don't feel ready, even if you feel like, we've got the Magus at the bottom and the Magician at the top. That is fake it till you make it if I ever saw it, because the Magus is fake magic and the Magician is that real shit. Prudence, staying true to yourself. We have the Three of Wands and Eight of Wands, swiftness. If you feel like doing it right now, maybe it's like you want to ask somebody out or something. Look, if you do, you will get that date. You will find that person. You will win that love, even if it's not the way you expect it. Making that move definitely will do it for you. Not making the move puts you in a repetitive cycle and just it builds the anxiety rather than the excitement. So even if you don't feel ready, we gotta fake it till we make it. Even if you don't feel confident in this move, you gotta just go with the groove. You know what I mean? You gotta just do you, unless you don't want to. Then you gotta go outside yourself and do what you would have wanted rather than what you want. It's like thinking of your future self, but from that self's perspective. Love that. Knight of Discs. Lots of discs. The money is like right there. It's interesting. I feel like I never include or disclude anything from the general readings, like the thought deck, but I feel like I don't usually see this many discs. We got like the whole damn fam out here. Everybody but the princess. So, do it. Do it. Invest in yourself and your life and your ideas. Do it. It's time to do it. Like, boom, put the work in. Put in the effort. Go towards the goal. Right? The moon was the worst thing that could happen because it's the best thing to you. Piscean energy also. And lust, which is obsession. If you don't get it out of your head, if you don't do it, if you don't just go for it, then you'll just think about it obsessively. That's what the lust card is. It's also Leo. So we got Cancer, Pisces, and Leo in this reading, and a lot of earth energy with the discs. I think those were the only three zodiac cards, though. Yeah. And the Empress is Taurus. So, yeah, those are the only major arcana. This could be you or dealing with a Leo, Cancer, or Pisces. But man, oh man, now is a good time for your future to be present. Here we have Six of Cups, pleasure. Very yonic card, female pleasure, divine pleasure. Um, the yonic energy, servitude, water, perspective, and gives hedonism for sure. Knight of Wands, strength. Yeah, so there might be some great. Nice. Okay, nice. Um, with great strength comes great resilience, so never waver, but also understand that it can be tiresome. Princess of Wands. Uh-oh. I'm not gonna lie, I don't love that. We started with the Prince of Wands, and after everything that we've been through, we are still seeing the Princess of Wands, not even the Princess of Discs like we'd been hoping for. Yikes. That emotional maturity. There's some things not being faced. It's weird. I've never really flipped a card over like that before. There's some stuff that's just like not being addressed or faced or dealt with emotionally. And it's kind of going to bleed into everything else that you do if you don't do it or take care of it. So even though your ideas will have success and your life will bring you abundance, there's still this major blockage coming from, I would even say, a heart space. It's like a loving place. It's like this emotional wreckage that you are feeling that you left behind but will never leave you. So indolence to me is very much like an alcohol card. 7 and 8 of cups, just not good. Not good. Indolence is laziness. And like to me, loneliness, like isolating yourself and just like not wanting to do anything anymore. Hitting the bottle too hard, quite frankly. Especially because I did make an analogy to rehab at the beginning when I saw the Prince of Wands, where he's like, "Look, I'm not gonna get better." Princess coming up, and then the laziness, like, no, it's refusal to go down that road. It's refusal to heal. It's refusal to get the help you need emotionally, just because, well, everything else is up, so obviously that's not what I needed, right? How ass backwards is that? And it's once you hit this rock bottom or hit the bottom of the bottle or whatever it is, that's when she shows up, Queen of Wands. That's when shit gets real and you do start to address those feelings and maybe deal with some of those things that have been holding you back emotionally on this journey, or the path of healing is finally opening up to you to take, right? Crazy. And then the sun. It all works out. It all works out. It's already working out. And I honestly feel like the Queen of Wands might be external, is the problem. Where this might even be a very intense or emotional person who comes towards you because you're not doing the work yourself. And you might be really happy with this person, but it might take you off guard and it might hurt. Okay? Uh you don't want to deal with yourself, God's going to send you a Capricorn. The devil, though, is the Capricorn card. Could be addiction, could be possessiveness, could be, like toxicity, and vices, but whatever it is, it's like if you leave wounds unbandaged, they bleed into things. And the things these will bleed into for you in particular is not your career or your finances or your home life or your stability. What it's going to bleed into is your relationships. Especially if you're not in one now, you meet someone who you absolutely adore but struggles harder than you could have ever imagined in a sense. And that's how you find healing for yourself. It's like, whew, damn, I thought I was fucked up. Thought I was in pain. Now here you are. Jesus fucking Christ. Going through it. Or it's Capricorn. And it's going to be a lot of work. That's the thing. Ton of work. Queen of Swords. Way more effort later than it would be now. Right? And if you got to be there for someone else in the future, then that's what you got to do. If that's really in this moment, how you feel is like, I'm good. I don't need to go down that road. I don't need to know myself. I don't need to fix this. I'm solid. I got it. So be it. But it's going to be a lot of work later because you're going to do it for someone else instead of doing it for yourself as a way for you to learn that lesson and have that impact and to be able to stop sabotaging your life. Hierophant, more Taurus energy. We started with the Empress. We're finishing with the Hierophant. Those are the Taurus. This is the actual Taurus card, but I think the Empress is more apt to Taurus. Being fem energy. Femergy, you will. I'm kidding. It's gross. And then Two of Cups, yeah. Crazy. You want to be traditional. You want to stick to what you know. You want to stick to the plan or the routine at hand, right? Two of Cups, looking for love or love found it. And Prince of Cups. So let's put it this way. At the end of the day, maybe you just want to cater some shit, which I find so bizarre that so many people think this way, where they're just like, I have to reproduce my offspring. Okay, weirdos. Either way, if that's really what you want, yeah, you ain't gonna get pregnant or get anybody pregnant until you go through these motions. That's why these lessons are so important, just to like tie it all in. If you might be thinking, okay, well, you're not proving your point if you're telling me that everything works out and I'm gonna be happy and successful without doing emotional healing or having to face my inner child, inner demons, whatever. True, but you will also not be getting the child until you learn how to truly love, right? And at this point, not letting other emotions into your life or not allowing other feelings to exist or surface is a form of hatred towards yourself, whether you realize it or not. So, over here we've got Ten of Discs, wealth, okay? Because again, this is like if it doesn't happen. So you get the money, you make the investment, pays off, blah, blah, blah. Again, successful. So like it's hard to say, oh, I needed this and that when you're telling me everything's good. But it's not, it's fake. Seven of Discs immediately after failure. Wealth, sure, you get the money, but you ain't good. But that's what that Kendrick song, I think it's Dr. Dre, right? He says, yo, it's Dre. I remember the first time he came to the house, he said, you want a spot like mine? And remember, anybody can get it. The hard part is keeping it, motherfucker. What you want? 40 acres and a mule, a piano, and a dog. Name anything. I'm Uncle Sam, name a dog. Motherfucker, you can live with them all. Whatever. So it's that energy. Like, sure, you'll get it, but it ain't really yours. You ain't gonna keep it because you decided, nah. And look, Seven of Cups. I just said the Eight of Cups was as bad as the Seven of Cups. And you got double sevens, sure, but that ain't no luck. Failure and debauch. Excessiveness, again, with the alcohol. Being crossed, going behind somebody's back, somebody going behind your back. Just not good energy at all. Five of Wands, strife. Yeah, until you just don't even feel anything, right? And then Nine of Discs, gain. You might even be able to get your money back. You might be able to even find success and go through the emotions and go up and down on that roller coaster. But and honestly, will it have even been worth it? Hey man, you're dedicated. And the Emperor, more cardinal energy, Aries, staying in control, staying on top of things, just like the Empress. It's weird. It's not. It's like yesterday I had said that the mystery deck would be a DMDF reading, and it kind of wasn't. And I wasn't vibing with that last night, and then today decided I wouldn't use that deck. But I'm seeing mirroring in these cards where we have the Empress at the beginning and the Emperor at the end, and we have the Prince of Wands at the beginning and the Princess of Wands at the end. So I'm also wondering if this is some kind of I see angel numbers. If this is a mirroring situation between the two, and ultimately, the procreation and the love and the family is the goal. But both parties are so far away from it right now, but they will come together to Avance Dominion. So the more you heal, the faster things will go. Like that's just the way it is with the self, the body and the brain. When the body goes through something, it remembers things. I shuffled the cards that we've already read, and now the bottom of the deck is a Fool, and this one popped out. Just to reiterate, the Chariot. Okay, so we got almost all the Cancer cards, Cardinal cards. We got Cancer, Aries, and I don't know, it was Pisces and Capricorn all came up, plus Leo, plus something else, Taurus. But cardinal energy, right? So again, Cancer season, probably going to be a good time. I'm going to start seeing some of the fruits of your labor, going to start understanding your path a little bit more, I would say. Things are going to start opening up and being what they need to be for you to get what you want. But, so many buts. Some people don't like that word, or that you make exceptions to the things you say or whatever rules. But. I said I always quite liked it because I learned at a very early age how to properly use but in a sentence. Fucking nerd. Thanks for hanging out quietly. Well, quiet night. Quick reading. Kind of want to do like a zodiac thing soon, like I used to, but I also have very little desire to do it at the same time. Don't know how to explain it. Maybe I'll just do like one card pulls or something. Nah, not tonight. Do these and then probably dip out. This song "Breathe" just popped in my head. I can't really remember who sings it or like really what it is, but the line that came to mind was life's like an hourglass glued to the table, can't find the rewind. Oh, breathe, just breathe. Oh, breathe, just of Swords, truce. Damn, Prince of Wands again. So, some stuff that needs attention, needs healing, needs your loving. Otherwise, you'll never, ever be the person you want to be, aka a parent. Prince of Cups, love, and Hierophant in reverse. The traditional life, sticking to what you know, what you want, the plan, not going to happen if you do not get your shit together, man. Four Cups and Prince of Swords. So luxury in reverse. Again, suffering without. And then on its side, we have the Seven of Wands, Valor, the Hermit, which is Virgo, the Tower, and the Knight of Swords. You know that facing this head on, whatever this dilemma or situation or feeling is, this burden that is putting a strain on mostly the relationship and love aspect of your life, but affecting many areas of your life. Without that, you will be prevented from getting what it is that you actually want. With it, it will take a lot of work, and it might ruin things. It might make you start over. But you will eventually get to your destination. You will get to where you want to be. So it's like, are you willing to face it head on and actually do the shit? Or are you going to hold off once more, again and again and again? Libra adjustment. Had to get all the cardinals. So, dang. Bottom of the deck again. Ten of discs. Wealth. We have the Ace of Wands. Okay. Getting a handle on these emotions. Getting a handle on the way you feel. And also maybe dick. Could be some toxic dick we're dealing with. We have the Art card. Sagittarius. Temperance. Taking breaks. Creation. We have the Knight of Swords, cruelty, self-inflicted wounds, self-torture, self-given pain, and the Priestess, knowing that it is you to blame. It is you at the end of the day. You are the one doing this to yourself by not wanting to deal with, boom, the very thing that affects you. Prince of Wands showing up again. Queen of Cups could be a mother wound, could be you as a mother, could be your mother, could be a connection to a mother figure or a mother in your life, a wife, mother of your children, the desire to be a mother, any of it. But either way, until you address what that issue is truly, which you already know. It's about healing the feminine, whether it's you or not. Healing the divine feminine connections in your life or healing the divine feminine in you, regardless. If you want to bring that partnership, the divine partnership and this divine union into your life, that is what is required. So you can be all macho about it and you can fucking try to avoid it and you can think you can go a different route and you will have your material success and probably never question it until you are down and out once again. Years down the line, questioning why you still don't have what you have, but you decided not to listen to me on this day. Again. Why do I feel like it's someone I know who's going to watch this? 9 of discs, gain. Could be a Scorpio. Big material manifestors, but karmically just a wash, right? Oh, man. Well, I think that's good. It's a slow night. I appreciate you being here. It's quiet. And it's late anyways. I was almost gonna just bitch out of it entirely, so I think that was a good message. I think it was what was needed. And I'm gonna scoot and skedaddle out of here probably, because I'm seeing a lot of the same cards coming up too, so that's how I know as a reader that the message was conveyed in the way that it needed to be, because the cards are repeated. So it was definitely just one solid message. I also have I Married a Witch on, some movie from some era, and her dress is beautiful, and I've been looking at it and thinking about it this whole time. She's very beautiful, the witch in question. And even though the sound's not on, I think I love this movie, and I'm gonna go watch it. So, thank you for tuning in. I might be back tomorrow. I might be busy. We'll see how it goes. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I hope this message finds the person who's meant to receive it. I hope you forgive me for coming so late in the evening. I hope everything works out the way it's meant to, but only for your highest good and not for your most immediate gratification, as most things in this world do. Okay? Most of all, I love you. Stay strong in this world. It's meant to bring you down and test who you really are. But if you stay true to yourself, they won't get far, right? Time after time, those fanatical minds try to rule all the world. Type energy. All right. So, once again, I am gonna go. Sometimes I get into this and I get too into it, but I can tell I'm tired and slow. So, thank you for being here, and I will see you again at the next one. Hopefully sooner than later. And awesome. Good night and good luck.